Welcome to Washington Whispers. I'm the editor, Paul Bedard. Hey, have you had a chance to check out Fox's latest edition, the Fox Business Network? It's where Neil Cavuto reigns. Well, his team of headhunters have just landed another name, John Stossel from ABC's 2020. It came just months after Imus landed there for his televised morning broadcast. Oh, you know Stossel. He's got that Geraldo-sized mustache and was kind of famous for his give me a break bits on 2020. I got up with him to talk about his new gig. He sounds more than happy about it, mostly because it will give him a chance every Thursday to do an hour-long show on something that really irks him, like global warming, like Washington's expansion, and even like Michelle Obama's organic garden. He's a contrarian and a libertarian, so liberals beware. Now about that mustache. He's joining Geraldo at Fox. What's interesting is that Geraldo has been Stossel's mentor, dragging him with him to 2020 and now to Fox. Now, I think Geraldo probably has the more famous mustache, something I asked him about. Here's what Geraldo said on the Great Whiskers debate. After intense negotiations, my friend John has agreed that I remain the senior mustache. Stossel didn't cry about it when talking to me. His is his, mine is mine, Stossel said. You know, he once had to snip his whiskers after his wife requested it. But after seeing him, she said, grow it back! Added Stossel about Geraldo's mustache, I think his is bigger than mine. I don't think we're going to touch that line. All right, moving on. There were lots of polling out this week, but I want to focus on the Battleground poll sponsored by George Washington University. It's one of the most interesting, done twice a year by Democratic pollster Celinda Lake and Republican pollster Ed Goad. The last one, done in spring, showed some sign of life in the GOP. Now, 6 months later, that sign of life is looking like a bowling ball hurtling down the lanes for Democrats standing up for re-election next fall. First Lake, she acknowledges that the environment is bad for Democrats and says that the president has to start making jobs and looking like his spending is actually doing something. She says people don't see anything coming out of stimulus spending, and worse, many feel and many know somebody who's been out of work. Goad says that if that environment continues, there's a chance the GOP could retake the House. Two things of note. First, he says since it takes about 6 months for voters to feel an economic recovery, it had better happen by April, or the Democrats are going to be a disaster. Second, he says that Republicans are really jazzed to vote, even more so than in 1994 when the GOP took control of the House for the first time in 40 years. Then there's some presidential stuff in the poll, namely that people are starting to look favorably on Sarah Palin and Newt Gingrich. Their favorable-unfavorable ratings have improved. Goad likes Palin, but says that she has to prove in 2010 that she has what it takes to be president if she's going to be taken seriously in 2012. A couple more things from the Battleground before we check out for Christmas. Lake says that Democrats in Congress, not President Obama, have credibility on health care. So, she wants them, not the president, to talk up health care reform. His job is to stop unemployment. Next, Lake says Obama is still the fave among kids and minorities, but here's the rub. They traditionally don't vote in the midterms. Goad says Republicans and white guys are really ready to vote, and he said it could be the return of the angry white voter. Again, shades of 1994. And finally, on health care, he said that only 28% said they have the same health care priorities as the president. That might explain why Democrats are so scared of voting for it and why Republican Senator Lamar Alexander called it a Democratic kamikaze mission. On a more happy note, have a Merry Christmas. I'm Paul Bedard.